Okay. Verse 17, and he commanded the foremost, saying, when Esau my brother meet thee, and ask thee, saying, whose art thou, and whither goest thou, and whose are these before thee? Verse 18, then thou shalt say, they, be they servant Jacob's, it is a present sent unto my lord Esau, and behold, presents, behold, also he is, behold, behind us. Verse 19, and so commanded he the second and the third, and all that followed the droves, saying, on this manner shall ye speak unto Esau when ye find him. Verse 20, and say ye, moreover, behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us, for he said, I will oppress him with the present that goeth before me, and afterward I will see his face. Peradventure he will accept of me. Verse 21. So went the present over before him, and himself lodged that night in the company. Yes, company. Well. Company. Verse 22, and he rose up that night, and took his 2 wives, and his 2 women servants, and his 11 sons, and passed over the ford,
Join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, October 10th.
SpeechModification.com presents how to pronounce Jabbok.
Oh, Jabbok. Verse 23. And he took them and sent them over the brook, and sent over that he had. Verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and 3 led. Wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. Verse 25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hillow of his thigh, and the hillow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. Verse 26. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. Verse 27. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. Verse 28. And he said, Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince has no power with God and with men, and has prevailed. Verse 29. And Jacob asked him and said, Tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, Wherefore it is that thou dost ask for after my name. And he blessed him before. There. My head hurts. I think I ate too much. Verse 30. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this place mentioned in the Hebrew Bible. How do you go about saying it? Peniel.
Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. Verse 31. And as he passed over Peniel, the sun rose upon him, and he healed upon his thigh. Verse 32. Therefore the children of Israel eat not of the sinew which shaken shark. Shrink which is upon the heel of the thigh unto this day, because he touched the halo of Jacob's thigh in the sinew that shrink. Mom, that's funny. Chapter 33, verse 1. I know, Tom. Give me a minute. Verse 1. And Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and with him 400 men, and he divided the children unto Leah, and unto Rachel, and unto the 2 handmaids. Verse 2. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Jacob hindermost. Verse 3. And he passed. Oh, boy, it's so funny. And he passed over before them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. Verse 4. And Hazer ran to meet him, and in what? Oh, you're so freaking cute.
We are looking at how to pronounce these words, as well as how to say more interesting but often confusing words and names that many mispronounce. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel. How do you say it? Embrace.
Oh, embraced him and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. Verse 5. And he lifted up his eyes and saw the woman and the children, and said, Who are those with thee? And he said, The children which God hath